Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. An absolute joy to have you with us on the channel. And I'm looking at a Fog of War puzzle with a Knight's Move rule. It's called Night Shift by L3113. It's been recommended by Benedetta, I think, who either said that it was an easy hard puzzle or a hard easy puzzle. And we'll see how that goes. I don't know which it'll be. I do like Fog of War, so we'll give it a go in a moment. Let me tell you first of all about our apps, which of course feature a Fog of War Sudoku app, and that is great fun to do. Lots of puzzles from super constructors, and we really enjoy getting those compiled for you. So do have a look at that app, or indeed any of our other apps, including Chess Sudoku and the Worms by the likes of Marty Sears and Phistomefel. Absolute bangers. Do have a look at those. They're fantastic fun to work your way through. If you want some fun to work your way through, every month in Patreon, on the first of the month, we provide a new Sudoku hunt with variety of puzzles, and we urge you to have a go at that. The prize is the chance to collaborate with Simon in a video solve, and the winners or the successful solvers all get shown on Patreon in the following month. Do give it a try. It's great fun. We also on Patreon have connections and gridogram and some crossword videos as well, and certainly occasionally there's other stuff too. Of course, on the main channel, we have other stuff like the Jane Street puzzle this week, like crosswords, the Cryptic Crossword Masterclass, like Wordle in a Minute, like Minute Cryptic, like streaming on most Mondays. There's so much going on the main channel, lots to see. So we're just providing you with content, hoping you like some of it, or all of it. There's one or two do. So have a look at all the links under the video. They do also include merch, so you could get yourself a Cracking the Cryptic mug, a Marty Sears Rat Run mug, and beyond mugs there's backpacks and water bottles and clothing, hoodies, t-shirts, caps, all sorts. Brand yourself with Cracking the Cryptic and let people know you're a Logic fan. Right. Let's have a look at the rules of Night Shift by L3113. And these are normal Sudoku rules apply. So we will be trying to put 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Adjacent digits on a green line have a difference of 5 or more. No two cells separated by a Knight's Move can contain the same digits. I've got Knighty McKnightface here sitting in front of me to tell me that when I forget. A pink line, should there be one under the fog somewhere, contains a set of consecutive digits in any order. That's the Renban rule. A grey line is a palindrome. It reads the same in both directions. Digits separated by an X sum to 10. Digits separated by a V sum to 5. And digits in a killer cage sum to the small clue in the top left corner of the cage. Those are the rules of Night Shift. Do give it a try on the link below the video. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Right. On a green line, we know some things. One is that 5 can never go on a green line. Another is that because of that, digits must alternate between those higher than 5 and those lower than 5. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the difference maintained. And thirdly, you can't put 4 and 6 anywhere where they would have where that digit would have two neighbors that could see each other, because 4's only possible neighbor is 9. It's a kind of monogamous digit, and therefore you couldn't put, for instance, 4 in this cell, or both of those would have to be 9. Anyway, we can place 5 in this box because clearly all these cells are touched by green lines. Oh, and that clears some of the dynamic fog. So in fact, on this line, let's not get distracted by the foggy stuff. 4 and 6 cannot be in any of these positions, or their two neighbors on the line would be the same. So 4 and 6 must go in these cells. The digit next to 4 is a 9. The digit next to 6 is a 1. So they're a pair. And I have seen this sort of pattern before. And I know, therefore, that I can't put either 3 or 7 in either of these cells. And I'll try and explain why. If I was to put 3 here, that's a low digit. That would have to be surrounded by 2 high digits. The only high ones available are 7 and 8. But 3 would then be touching 7, which is not allowed. And similarly, if I was to put 7 in one of these 2 cells, say that one, it would have to be surrounded by 2 low digits, which would have to be 2 and 3 because they're all that's left. And again, 7 would be touching 3. So neither of these cells can contain 3 or 7. And they are a 2-8 pair, and this is a 3-7 pair. And I see an X here, so we've got another 2-8 pair. And I feel like I'm making super progress. And I really shouldn't say that because it jinxes everything. Now, we've got a palindrome exposed. We've got a Renban exposed. We don't know anything about digits in box 9. So the Renban is of very average limited value, I would say. Mind you, I don't know what value the palindrome is. That digit sees all of those because we've got the Knight's Move constraint, remember. So this digit, let's imagine it was a 2. It can't go on any of those cells. And then because this is a Renban, a palindrome, it can't go on any of those cells. And in fact, from that cell, there's a Knight's Move to that cell. So whatever this is does not appear anywhere on the palindrome. And the same is true about this. Now, I could color these. Let's go with pink and light. No, green. No, the line's not so visible. Let's go with pink and yellow. One of these sets is high and one of them is low. In fact, that's pink then as well, isn't it? Oh, I see. Both of those cells see both of these. Oh, that's very interesting. Right, this pink 2 or 8 can never go on this line. I don't know whether pink is high or low, but pink 2 or pink 8 is always the same digit. And that one is ruled out of those cells, and that one, because it just sees, just by virtue of being here, it's ruled off the whole palindrome. And that 1-9 is ruled off the whole palindrome as well. Is that, I don't know, the palindrome's not a Renban though, so I don't know why that's useful. Oh, this cell sees the 1-9 pair and the 4-6 pair, of course. Oh, right. These two are the same digit. And they're not 1 or 9 because those 2 cells both see this one. One of them by Knight's Move, one of them vertically. They're not 4 or 6 because they're in the same column as the 4-6 pair. They're not 2 or 8 because in this version they're in the same row as the 2-8 pair. And they're not 5 and they're not pink 3-7. Oh, that's bizarre. So they're yellow 3-7. That's the only digit that's left. I don't know whether it's 3 or 7, but I do know it's here and here. Right, let's have a look at this one. That was lovely, by the way. That's really elegant. Can we do the same with this? Look, these positions all see between them. I'm going to make them orange again just for, oh no, let's make them green just for explanation purposes. They see all of the pink digits because this one sees those 2 and this one sees the other 2. This one sees 5. Well, they both see 5. This one sees yellow 2-8 and yellow 3-7, and this one also sees yellow 4-6. So these 2 have to be yellow 1-9. That is amazing. Oh, no. This is brilliant. Look at that. These 2 both see all of these cells. So they can't appear on the Renban. This one sees those 2, and this one sees those 2. And the same works for the 1-9. So this Renban doesn't have either 1-3 or 7-9 on it. If that was 9, 7, the remaining digits would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it would have to have 3 and 4 on it at least. If they were 1, 3, it would have to have 6 and 7 on it at least. So there's at least 2 pink digits on this. Right, oh, I've got to try this. Is this one going to be as magical? It probably isn't, actually. It doesn't see so many pink cells. This sees pink 1, 9 and pink 2, 8. It sees all yellow cells, but it doesn't see 5. Right, how do I mean it sees all yellow cells? This one sees 2, 8. This one sees 4, 6. And both of them see 3, 7 and 1, 9. So there's no yellow cell that can go here. It's either pink or white. If it's pink, it's not 2, 8 or 1, 9. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7, and it can't be yellow. Oh, some of those can be ruled out. Right. What did we say? We said that this horseshoe renban had to have 2 pink digits on it, and those pink digits, they were either 3, 4 or 6, 7. Didn't I say that? Oh, I can't work it out now. I think it means that these cells are 5s. Oh, 5, by the way, by Sudoku is in one of those too. So there's a likelihood of that being a 5. If those were both 5s, this would be all pink. Right. I have allowed these to be... I've written 5 candidates into this cloned cell. There are actually only 3 candidates, and they include 5. The other 2 are not yellow cells. They are pink cells, but they're pink 3, 7 and pink 4, 6. So the 3 cells that could go into this palindrome cell are those 3. But I'm now claiming that if this was a pink 3, 7, it would be here as well. And no 3 or 7 could then get onto this at all. 3, 7 would be looking in both column 8 and row 8 at each of these cells. And if you tried to make a 4-cell string of digits without 3 or 7 in, you can't do it. 4, 5, 6 is the most that you can get in between 3 and 7, and 1, 2 before them and 8, 9 after them. That's not possible. So 3, 7 is not possible here. 4, 6 is even less possible in a way, because if that's a 3, this is a 6 because it's the other color. And if 3 and 6 couldn't get on this line, it couldn't exist. And if 4 and 7 couldn't get on this line, it couldn't exist. So in fact, this digit is not pink, it's a 5 in both cases. And that clears fog. And there we go. Also, I said that the ramification of that was that this is all pink. Now, why do I know that? Because I now know that this line doesn't have a 5 on it. And the only possible Sudoku sequences you can get of 4 cells without a 5 are the extreme ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6, 7, 8, 9, all the same color. We know the color is not yellow because 3, 7, for instance, can't be on it. So we know these are all pink. And we don't know anything about, we do know that that one's not the 2, 8. We don't know anything about the other digits. Do I know about this? The center of the line's less important. I suppose it sees those cells by knight's move. It's not that many. Well, it can't be a 1 or a 9. We'll say that. Now, let's look at these X's. Oh, and we've got this, which is part of a palindrome, a different one, and part of an 8 cage. Right. Oh, okay. Yes, right. These X's, this one, for instance, can't be 1, 9. If you tried to put both 1 and 9 there, this cell would break. and it can't be 3, 7, or this cell would break. So this is an even X of either 2, 8 or 4, 6. This one can't be 4, 6 or 1, 9 or 3, 7. Because whichever pair you put in, we'd suddenly have 3 of those in the same row. So that's 2, 8. This one can't be 4, 6, 2, 8 or 1, 9. I didn't even realize we'd sort of marked all of these in their X pairs. You could say, by the way, and Pauli de Leva probably will have by now, that this is a good candidate puzzle for placeholder marking. But I think there's a strong argument against being allowed to do that. And that is that in a fog puzzle, if you use placeholder digits and you happen to choose the right way, placeholder digits are where, rather than doing all this marking, I just choose pink as low, say, and use 3, 4, 2, 1, and obviously I can put in the yellow digits then. And then I see whether I come to a contradiction, and I'm prepared to reverse those colours and change 3, 4, 2, 1 into 7, 6, 8, 9. Because when I establish whether my placeholders were correct, I know whether or not they were. And there's a good argument that that is kind of a cleaner solving method and not bifurcating. But it doesn't work in Fog of War, because if you chose the right version, you would accidentally and unwarrantedly and undeservedly clear fog, potentially. So we're not doing that, definitely. I don't do it when I can avoid it, and I'm definitely not doing it today. Right. These are not pink 1, 9. This one is neither of the 1, 9s because both of them see it. And it's not 3, 7 or 2, 8 or 5. So this is a 4, 6, and it must be yellow because it's sitting next to the pink one. I mean, that's fascinating. This one sees both of the 1, 9s, so that's yellow 2, 8. And this, to make up the row, is pink 1, 9. And that sees both of these cells, which is quite interesting. So let's keep going like this. Yellow 1, 9 in this box goes here. Do I know what colours these are? Not even by Knight's Move, I don't think yet. So in this box, I have a pink 3, 7 to place, which is not there. That's in one of these cells. And then everything else is a 4 or a 6. So that's a 4 or a 6. These include pink 3, 7 and a 4 or a 6. Here, I've got a 1, 9 pink to place and no idea where it goes. And a 5, which is in one of those two cells. And a pink 4, 6, which is in one of those two. It's quite difficult to pencil mark this. And maybe I'm going to regret the placeholder decision, but it's not fair. I'm not going to regret that. It's not fair to do it. Now, what about this cell? That can't be 4 or 6. Because it sees both of those, including by the Knight's Move. That's not a lot of info, is it? Oh, what else can I do now? It's been going so nicely. Oh, that 2, 8 pair both see this cell. So this can't be 2 or 8. So this must be a 4, 6 pair. So pink 4, 6 is in one of those cells now, which doesn't resolve it here or do anything for it up here, does it? That pink 4, 6 can't be in any of those, so it's confined to these. It's very difficult to pencil mark when it's an uncertain cell. I can't really use the corner marks that I would. Can I use this as a palindrome cell? The trouble is no, because although I suspect by general symmetry and the shape of the puzzle that this is going to be the center of a palindrome, I certainly don't know that. You know, which would mean that these two were the same digit, which might be quite interesting because that couldn't be a 5. But as I say, I don't know that. I can't use that. I'm sure I can't use that. Maybe I need to try and keep placing, look, 1, 9 yellow. Can't go in those cells from this one. Remember the knight's move, of course, and in those cells from this one. So that's ruled out all of these, and we've placed it in box 9 in the corner. That means 1, 9 yellow is in one of those cells. I'm just going to call it A for the moment. I think, yeah, I am. 1, 9 yellow is A. And over here it's in one of those two. That one sees all of those three. Oh no, sorry, we've had the one in the bottom row, so we've found it. It's here. That's 1, 9 yellow. So one of these three is A. But no, that can't be A because of the knight's move from there. So one of those two is A, and we've got a double X-wing or something. Well, no, we've just got Sudoku. We've got one X-wing. A is confined to those two lots of A are confined to that 2 by 2. So that's using up the A's for rows 1 and 2. The A for row 3 is in one of these cells, but we've got these already. So here it is. It's this blooming 8 cell is a 1 or a 9. Well, if it's an 8 cell, it's not a 9. It's in an 8 cage. You can't put a 9 in an 8 cage. And A has become a 1, and that clears fog. Lovely. I'm also, much more than that, it tells me my colours. Yellow, I'm going to turn dark blue as the low digit. Pink, I'm going to turn orange as the high. And I'm going to fill in all the numbers now. And if that doesn't clear some fog, there will be complaints made to Parliament. Not literally. That's a 3. These can't be 3. That's a 3. That's a 4. It didn't clear any fog. Am I done? That's frustrating. Oh, but I can at least pencil mark these now. 9 is in one of those. 8 in one of these 3. 6 and 7 somewhere else on the horseshoe. 3, no, 2. 2 is in one of those. Oh, look at this row. There's a 4-6 pair. 2 is not here because there's a 2-8 pair looking at that cell. So this is 2 in row 8. That didn't clear any fog. This is 7, 8, or 9, which is high. Still haven't got the colours of these. I do know this is a 5, 6, 9 triple, and we've got the palindrome now, which is going to require this digit to be a 3, because it can't be 7 here. This digit is not allowed to be 6 or 5, so it's 9. And that places 5 here and 6. 5 by knight's move, couldn't be that. And we're flowing along again. That's a 7. Oh, that cleared fog. And A is, what was A? A was a 1. I think A was a 1. So this is a 1-9 pair, and we know the order now. Just checking that. Yeah, A was a 1. It got forced in the corner. That's what it was. So we're racing away again. That's not known. 9 is looking at this cell, which seems to have become a 7, thanks to the pencil marking. Then I get 8 and 9 in the row. This is 6 and 9 on the horseshoe. I've got 3, 4, and 5 still to come in the box. 7 is looking at that cell. That's a 4-6 pair. This digit is a 7. There's a 7 in one. In fact, these digits are 4, 7, 8. 8 by knight's move sees that one. What about this? This sees 2 and 3. It could be 5 or 6 as far as I can tell. 9 by Sudoku is there. I don't know why I'm keeping colouring. It's really a bit pointless at this point. But anyway. Oh, that was in an 8 cage. Can we finish that off with a 7 here? It could be 5 and 2 under the fog. No, it can't. We've had a 5. I think the only way this cage can continue is to this cell and maybe this one. Everything else has been fog cleared. And we can't put 2, 5 or 3, 4 here. This must be a 7. And the cage is finished. Yeah. Now, there's a 7 in one of those. 7 is obviously orange. That's not a 7. 2, 8 are a pair here. In fact, this digit is a naked 2. Well, it's not, but where did 2 and 8 go? They go in those cells, and 8 sees that one. So it's a hidden 2, not a naked one. That's a 4, 6 pair. They both see both of these cells, which now can't be 4 or 6, using the Knight's Move and ordinary Sudoku. Rules 4 out of both of those. So we get to put... I'm going to clear the colour now, because otherwise I just get constrained to enter colour everywhere. And I can't see the point anymore. 4 by Knight's Move sees this cell. I can't believe that's not done, but it's not. Okay. That's an X. 4, 6, 9, 1. Oh, do excuse me, sorry. Sorry about that. There we go. Right. That 4, 6 pair both see this cell. One of them by Knight's Move, but it means it can't be a 6. That's a 5. That places 5 down here. I thought we were going to get another 5 on the palindrome, but we didn't. We've got a 3, 4 pair in the box, making that 6. This is 4. 2, 3, 6 here. That must be 2 by Sudoku. 3, 6. I don't think the Knight's Move resolves those yet. This one, though, can't be 3, so that's 6. That's 3. 2, 7, 3 across the top. Knight's Move, yes. 7 can't be there. 7 can't be there. We can put 7 in the middle. And then that 3 looks at this cell for us. And we get a 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight. Losing its religion. 5 sees both of those cells using the Knight's Move. So we get 5 there. And a 4, 8 pair left. Coming down this column, we can do 8 and 2. This is a 3, 7 pair. That one must be 7. That's 3. This is 5. 2 and 8. I'm going to use the Knight's Move from there to resolve those. And 4 and 8 done. 4 and 6. Now, down here, 2 and 8 to place, and again the Knight's Move. Knighty McKnightface has been kind to me today, not always the case. 8, 3, 2, 7, we need 4 and 6 down here. That resolves 4 and 3 finally. 9 and a 7, and there we go. That is the night shift. There's a smile for us. Excellent. Lots of people have done that. It's good fun. It's just a nice puzzle to work your way through. Very neat. I really liked what was going on this palindrome based on the central box. Very clever stuff. Actually, and the Renban. That was really neat setting. Good construction. Well done, Elle. And thank you, Benedetta. Thank you so much for watching. Such a pleasure to have you with us. Please come back another time. And bye for now.